Simon McKeon is a highly successful investment banker and a world record sailor whose life's passion is helping those less fortunate than himself and encouraging other Australians to do the same.
The man has a big heart, and when someone's in a pinstripe suit working for the millionaire's factory, you don't always go, this person will be moved to tears.
To sit down with an individual who is struggling for whatever reason, and for them to share their life, their hopes, their aspirations, their struggles with me, that's something that money can't buy.
Simon is Executive Chairman of Macquarie Group's Melbourne office and Chairman of the CSIRO. But beyond the world of high finance and big business, he has an important agenda. Serving on the boards of countless organisations like World Vision and the Global Poverty Project, Simon is fiercely dedicated to making a difference by doing what he does best, bringing business thinking to the community sector.
Simon's been very successful as a business person, but in a way that's his mechanism to leverage the good works.
You read Simon's CV and it's very impressive, and he does do a lot of amazing things. But I think it's the Simon behind the scenes that's even more impressive to me.
Growing up in Melbourne's working class suburb of Dandenong helped open Simon's eyes to the social and economic divides around him.
I guess at a very young age, the fact that society is largely divided into people who do it hard and people that don't do it quite so hard was very much impressed upon me.
Closer to home, he witnessed the challenges faced by his sister Di, who was born with special needs. This had a profound impact on him and instilled within him a desire to work for a more just world.
My earliest childhood memories involve an older sister who I knew would lead a different life to other adults. And I think it is one of a number of factors that has suggested to me, along my own life's journey, that, people who need a hand, surely the obvious response is to stop and hold out your hand. It's that simple.
After years of helping others overcome adversity, in 2002, Simon was faced with a challenge of his own when he was diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
I did have, one or two quite serious setbacks. I was paralysed from the hip down for a while and went essentially blind for a little while as well. And those times where in effect I was wondering whether I'd kicked the last footy with the kids. One thing I firmly resolved was that I would try not to take any day for granted. I just didn't want to leave having a very serious connection with the community until I was old and past it.
Today, Simon's focus is on a broad range of social justice causes and making a profound difference at a local, national and global level.
Because he understands inherently that he actually has the capacity as well to actually make change at a bigger level, and that change at a bigger level will in fact mean that there is a lot more change at a local level.
As a social entrepreneur, one of Simon's great passions is his role as chairman of Business for Millennium Development, a World Vision initiative bringing together Australian businesses concerned with world poverty.
Welcome to this inaugural Business for Development Summit.
Essentially, it has been created here in Australia 3 or 4 years ago to encourage business to operate in the developing world.
He understands the worlds of the poor and how we have a fundamental accountability to transforming their communities and their lives.
To be able to connect with them and offer them the hope of being able to improve their existence is an extraordinary position for me to find myself in.
One of the characters I do sincerely see in Simon is that it's not all about the show and tell and in the limelight, but behind the scenes it's about consistently believing in what's important.
I would just love, more Australians who aren't doing it too bad to actually confront yourselves, to confront ourselves, to challenge ourselves, to go into a place that perhaps we haven't been before. We'll come away entirely affected for the positive.